After the success of the previous video and the requests, I decided to make a full Elphelt guide. This guide is mostly for beginners to intermediate level players looking to level up their game. This will go over a lot, from combos to mix-ups to Oki to counterplay and more. All mods used in this video will be linked in the description below, as well as timestamps and music used. With that being said, sit back, relax, and enjoy me yapping for a good, 20 minutes. Elphelt has pretty strong Roundstart presence, and most of your options can lead to big rewards. Her most useful Roundstart tools include Bomb Chocolat to jump over lows and some mids, Far Slash to beat slower moves, (2D) to catch 6Ps, and slightly walking back into 5H, as you will dodge a large majority of Roundstart options but be vulnerable to ones that are really long range. A lot of Elphelt's high reward neutral tools require a lot of risk, which is why it's good to know all of your options. During neutral, it's good to be slightly patient while still threatening your opponent with the amount of things you can do. Her dash speed alone makes this easy, as you can threaten to make space on your opponent at any time while approaching with a button, especially useful against zoners. Outspacing your opponent and using her 5H as a whiff punish can be really helpful in certain matchups, as it allows you to start your turn if it works. However, 5H has a wonky hitbox and can be 6P'd if the opponent is expecting it, which is where your 2S, 2H, and 2D come into play, as these buttons will beat 6Ps and even beat low profile moves if you expect that. 2S specifically can be used as a pseudo anti-air as well if the opponent jumps instead. However, it's good to keep in mind that all of these buttons are relatively slow, 2S being 13 frames, 2H being 18 frames, and 2D being 12 frames. All of these moves also have weird hitboxes. None of them are low profile, and this can cause you to trade with certain buttons because of it. Far Slash is good for chasing the opponent due to the amount of dash momentum that you preserve, making it a good tool to catch unsafe backdashes, being Roundstart or if the opponent does a move and backdashes right after. Her 6P is also massive, a really good and fast anti-air. Besides her normals, Bridle is a committal whiff punish tool that is good because it outranges 5H, but bad because it has a lower reward and still loses to 6Ps. Bomb Chocolat is a good tool to beat mids and lows, but is very committal, as if you are far range, you can still get hit out the sky for a big combo from the opponent. Gunshot is a good tool to pressure the opponent from range, but can be countered if the opponent is ready for it, so don't use it too often, especially in the air, where they can jump up and hit you or run under you since you can't recover until you land. You're in for a big punish. With meter, Elphelt has some decent-ish neutral skips. Bomb Chocolat into Fast RC JP covers a lot of distance with different launch angles and momentum depending on which direction you decide to Fast RC. And my personal favorite, Slash or Heavy Slash Gunshot into Fast RC Bridle, which puts you right in the opponent's face while being plus. If the Bridle Express does hit, the situation is a little different, and if you do it too close to the opponent, the Bridle is punishable. If the opponent is being slow, this can also sometimes catch their jumps. Her air-to-airs are decent, her good ones being JP and JS, good for sniping people out the air, but can be pretty inconsistent when it comes to comboing afterwards. Elphelt's pressure is very RPS heavy and changes a lot depending on if the opponent knows the matchup or has certain tools like DPs or fast buttons. If you want a more in-depth guide on the situations on how to beat these things, check out the previous video. But in this section, I'll be showcasing some of the conversions you can get off of her basic pressure. I won't talk as much during this section, but I will also recommend that you go watch Aneemas combo guide. That will be linked in the description below. Elphelt has a lot of Okizeme options that lead to different situations depending on what your opponent decides to do. I'll go over her Oki in sections, starting from post-throw Oki, 2K2D knockdown, and Oki after combos. After a throw knockdown, you have many options. We'll start with mid-screen. Mid-screen, you can either OTG 2H into Bomb Bomb Chocolat, or with 5P to frame kill into Bomb Bomb Chocolat. Both of these options have their advantages and disadvantages. Let's go over the advantages first. 2H into bomb will always keep you on the same side, so you won't have to worry about swapping sides, while the 5P frame kill will always swap sides. Since the bomb hits meaty, you can use JD without a gap, and if it hits, you get a nice combo. Or you can go low, falling into 2K2D, which gives you another knockdown. On normal bomb hit, the 2K2D can get thrown before it comes out, which is why you use the meaty setup to mitigate this gap. You can also change which buttons you use to make it burst or YRC safe. But now the disadvantages. Both these options lose to backdash BRC throw. It won't happen too often at all, but in extremely high levels of play, this is good to know. Using JD or any jumping button will leave you vulnerable to DPs, but since going for the 2K makes you wait slightly, you have time to block the DP. However, for example, if you go for the 5P frame kill and cross up, and the opponent isn't ready for it, and the bomb hits, you won't have enough time to react. Your 2K won't hit and only JD will allow you to combo. A cheeky thing you could do is post throw. You can also instantly go for bomb, which will cause the bomb itself to whiff and allow you to land in throw or command grab super. A decent trick, but you'll probably only get away with this once. Besides this, you could also always just go for a meaty or use gunshot as the meaty to bait reversals while still being plus. The O key after 2K2D is pretty much the exact same as throw, with one minor difference. OTG 2H and 5P frame kill will both side swap mid-screen if you're close. On tall characters, 2H will be same side. If you know you are unable to go into a wall break, or you don't want to break the wall yet, it's good to know your Oki options after a combo. After Bridal Express, the best thing to do is just run up and go for a meaty close slash or Rekka, as using bomb will leave a big gap for your opponent to jump and escape. If you are near the end of a combo, you can use 214 S, P, S, and S again into whichever mix follow-up to get a mix on their wake-up while still beating 6Ps. In the combo section, everything that ends with me using Rekka can lead to this Oki. However, this Oki loses to reversals and fast backdashes. With meter, you can beat both of these options with fast RC JK. But if you don't have meter, you can instead go for one Here I Go into 214H, which will chase backdashes but be vulnerable to jumps and high hitting attacks like Soul 5K. But the normal reset Oki beats both these options. After a super hard knockdown wall break, instant air dash JH safe jumps reversals that are 11 frames startup or more, meaning you can safe jump things like Kai's DP and slow supers, but not Soul, Chip, Bridget, or Leo's DPs. You can also run up and go for Rekka. Because of the positive bonus, it's a high chance you'll have meter to RC and go for another mix. You can use the 214S Fast RC JK safe jump to beat reversals and bait YRCs. or you can go for the cross-up bomb. Depending on your timing though, the opponent could jump out. And just like post throw key, you can always play a simpler game of just going for immediate close slash or throw to play it safe against opponents. Elphelt's defense is mediocre at best. A lot of her options are pretty risky. Her super is a decent but slow get off me tool, and if blocked while you have no meter, leaves you extremely vulnerable. Her 2P is 4 frames, which is neat in certain matchups, but has little range and doesn't consistently combo. If you push the opponent out with FD, and the opponent isn't expecting it, you can sometimes go for Bomb Bomb Chocolat to get out of the corner and start a combo, or pressure if they aren't ready. But again, this is very risky, as you can get hit easily if done in the wrong spot, or if the opponent is expecting it. That about wraps up the Elphelt guide. I really hope you guys learned something or enjoyed. As a reminder, mods, music, and Aneemas combo guide will all be linked in the description, as well as timestamps. We actually hit 100 subscribers. I know I'm late. In my last video, I said in the intro that we had 95, but when I uploaded it, I was already at 100. So I was a little late on that, but hey, nobody noticed, so it's fine. Again, thank you guys for watching, and yeah, thank you guys for 100 subscribers. Hope you learned something, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.